Yes, hello everyone. Welcome to Blues Fans TV. Welcome back. I hope everyone's good. Hope everyone's safe. How we all doing in the chat? Yeah, we're just going to be doing a bit of a live stream today. We're going to do a bit of a Chelsea roundup. So this is my show on Blues Fans TV. Hello everyone, I'm Jay, and we round up the week's Chelsea news, or in this case, the last couple of days, but. I thought this week we could do it on a live stream instead because it's the international break. News is quite dry at the moment, so I thought that we could get the chat involved as well as me just speaking to the camera. So yeah, we're just going to have a chat, and basically I'm going to talk about the international break. So don't turn off, please. And yeah, don't turn off because it's talking about the international break, because at the end I'm going to take any questions that you have about Chelsea or about life. You know, if you want to ask me a life question, why the hell not? Right, but yeah, I hope we're all good in the chat. Let me know how you're feeling. And I guess we could start off with probably the most shocking piece of news that's come out the past couple of days, and it is that Keppel kept a clean sheet. Pretty mad. He kept a clean sheet against Portugal, of all teams. It was a 0-0 draw the other night. And he played for Spain against Portugal, 0-0. And to be honest, he probably shouldn't have kept a clean sheet. Let's face it. If anyone's seen that game, I think Ronaldo hit the underside of the bar. It hit the line and went out. And then that exact thing happened with a different player. But yeah, no, so that it's just something to think about. You know, that might help his confidence coming back to the Chelsea squad. Hopefully it does anyway, because you know, we all know his lack of confidence and being replaced at this time as well. So yeah, I thought that's probably the most shocking international news, I'd say, but could be good for us in the long run. Moving over to Germany, where this game was pretty mad. It was a 3-3 with Turkey. So Germany beat Turkey, and two of our boys played. So Rudiger and Havertz played in that game, and yeah, Havertz was class. Loved seeing him on the ball. He had 2 assists. Good to see Rudiger get some minutes for his country as well. But yeah, no, it was all about Havertz. So sorry, someone just said I'm Portuguese. We should have won. Felix and Ronaldo played well. Definitely, mate. That's why it's a surprise that Kepa kept a clean sheet. So and that's why the first bit of news was that, to be fair. Someone said, why is Teemo not playing? Well, that's another piece of news. Basically, he wasn't feeling great and showed some symptoms of COVID, so he didn't go out with the German team just yet, and had to get tested. But he's COVID free. He's all good. That came out the other day. So yeah, he's going to be returning with the Germany squad, and they'll be playing. He'll probably be playing their next game, because Germany haven't won a Nations League game yet in the whole tournament's existence of a year or so, or 2 years. It's kind of crazy with the squad they've got. Like they've got such a talented and young squad as well. For them to not have won a game yet. I mean, this game they didn't win; they drew against Turkey. So yeah. Oh, we've got a super chat here. Get ready to party with Thomas Party. How are you guys going to cope with the Terminator in you face? Oh, it's Zane. Yes, Zane. Welcome back. Very, very strange one. Thomas Party. Yeah, good signing for you guys. You know, it's a decent midfielder. Probably going to be one of your most important ones. I'm just happy that Jorginho didn't go to Arsenal, to be honest. But yeah, sure. I'm sure we'll cope without him, and I'm sure we'll beat Arsenal without him in our squad, especially with the likes of Havertz and Werner and all these men. So yeah, not too worried. Thanks for the super chat though, Zane. Yeah, just rattling through some other international news before I take some questions. Ollie Giroud had his 100th appearance in a France shirt. They won 7-1, which was kind of crazy. I know they didn't play the best of teams, but 7-1. And Ollie got a brace. He got a brace in that game. 2 goals. The first goal, oh, fucking beautiful. If you haven't checked that out, make sure it's on YouTube. Make sure you check that out. It was quite something, to be fair. So make sure you look at that. And you know what? Now he's the second all-time goal scorer for France, just behind Henry. That's insane when you think about it, because it's Giroud. But he's so underrated, isn't he? Like, I even as a fan base, we probably underrate him a little bit. I know I do anyway. So, just great to see him. Great to see him in the France squad and still thriving in that France squad. And oh my god, I think coming to the Euros next year, this France squad is going to be quite scary. You know, they won the last World Cup quite clearly with the best team in that tournament, and they're still looking so strong. And yeah, that game showed it. And also that kit is very sexy. Zane is back. Don't forget Pepe, Obama, and Saka, the three musketeers. Mate, I don't know what's going on with you, but big man, like the Arsenal fan paying us. Man said Pepe, you know. Yeah, Pepe isn't much, isn't he, lad? Don't get too hyped on it. Yeah, no, listen, I'm not worried about Arsenal. Zane, mate, when we come back about is it Boxing Day? It's Boxing Day, isn't it? Come back then, Zane, and we'll see what happens, because I'm excited for that game. Really big game coming up, and hope by then I feel like a lot of our squad would have gelled even more. So have they already done? In other Chelsea international news, we got some some controversial news and some good news. Start with the good news. So we got Reece James. Reece James has had his England call up, and it's so great to see. Love Reece James. Is a class right back for us, and he definitely deserves an England call up. But I mean, England could probably get a full team with just right backs, and be okay, because that's how good we have that position. It's a weird one, isn't it? But Reece James is one of the better. Well, not one of the better ones. He's up there with some of the good right backs. Definitely deserved his England Cup call up. Very happy for him. And to be fair, he might play tonight. You know, we play in a couple hours against Wales in a friendly. He could play then. So, you know, hopefully he does. But, you know, we've all seen the controversial news. Tammy Abraham's surprise party that he had nothing to do with. You know, been put in the news a lot recently. Him and Chilwell and Sancho was another name in there. Went to a party for Tammy's birthday, and that kind of it's stupid. It's a stupid one, to be fair. I criticised Greenwood and Foden for what they did. I'm not going to defend the boys. It's a bit of a silly one. They've all come out and apologised now, which is good, of course. But yeah, no, very silly move for the boys. Yeah, Blues Fans TV. Subscribe to the Back Post, lads, if you're liking this kind of stuff. Also, subscribe to Blues Fans, but that's a given, isn't it? But yeah, no. But surprisingly, they're allowed to play. So Sancho, Tammy, and Chilwell are allowed to play. They're not going to play tonight, but they're going to play against Belgium, or some of them will anyway. So they're back in the squad, which is a bit surprising considering the Mason Greenwood. Foden saga. So yeah, that's a bit of a weird one. But you know, I mean, I'm sorry. I'll get to the comments in a bit. So I've just read the comments. I'll get to them in a bit. I'm just quickly rattling through the news. In other news that doesn't really matter, Cover started for Croatia, who 1-2-1. He didn't have much to do with that, but he played well, of course. Italy won 6-0. Jorginho didn't. Neither Jorginho or Emerson started, but Emerson got on the pitch. And we've got some big games coming up, actually. I think, you know, I genuinely do like a bit of international tournaments. I know that's probably a very unpopular opinion. Don't get me wrong. This is probably the least I've been looking forward to him because of how good we started. I mean, how, you know, we had that game against Palace and we just want to build on that, but then this stops. But, you know, we've got big games. We've got Germany versus Ukraine. I think we've got, you know, our boy Teemo will be back. Havoc, getting them some more minutes this season would be great to see. It big one being England, Belgium. That's huge for us. You know, they've bested us a lot over the recent years. Hopefully, we can get at them, and hopefully some of the Chelsea players can start. I think Chilwell absolutely is our best left back for England. He needs to be playing, and also France, Portugal. That's a big game. Hopefully, Ollie and Kante pull through there. But that's about it for international news. I think, you know. We all know it's a bit boring. It's hard for Chelsea fans to get too excited. I mean, most fans But yeah, that's it for the international news. So now get in the comments. Let me know what you want to be answered. This is the live Q&A portion of the live stream. Let us know what you've got, any comments about anything really, anything Chelsea related. As like I said at the start, anything. Give me your best comments. So first comment is thoughts on the UCL group. Oh, mate, I don't want to be. I don't want to come across condescending here, but it's quite a good group. It's definitely better than last one. Yeah, that's a massive shout. Get hashtag Ask Jay if you want to ask questions. Yeah, but so on the UCL group, Sevilla cannot be overlooked. That's just do not think that's an easy game. That's a hard game. They are the champions of the Europa League, rightfully so, because they put out Wolves, they put out United, and they also put out Inter Milan, which is an incredible feat, to be honest. So that they're not to be messed with. But let's face it, Rennes and Krasnodar, I think it is the other. They should be, easier. Obviously, you can't be condescending. It's the Champions League. It's the biggest tournament in the world. We can't overlook teams. But definitely happier than last year because last year was a tough group and we got out of it quite luckily, I'd say. So yeah, next comment. Ash Jay, if you want to get any comments in, everyone. Next comment. Jay, would you take Ozil from Arsenal as he's not wanted and might improve Chelsea more? That's interesting. I've never had that comment before. The answer is no. Ozil is possibly, he's probably past his greater times, and I'm not completely sold on him anymore. He's technically an Arsenal legend, even though they've mistreated him the last couple of years. So I don't really want an Arsenal legend at Chelsea. I don't think our midfield needs improving. We've got Havertz, Mason Mount. We've got Kante, the best DM. We've got Jorginho, who's class. Billy Gilmore still got to come through. We've got great players out on loan like Barkley and Ruben who can come back once they're, a bit more confidence. And yeah, I wouldn't take Ozil, not one bit. Let me just look through here. Also, we got some promo codes, guys. Just quickly plug these. We got some promo codes. So, footy merch, get your Chelsea merch from Kitbag. You get 20% off if you use our code. And also, FIFA or Football Manager 21. Come on, use the code Booze Fans. Get some discounts off that. FIFA's coming out tomorrow, I think. So if you haven't got it already, make sure you use that link. That's very important. Back to some questions. After seeing Liverpool and City recently, think we're into the win the title race? Well, mate, City and Liverpool recently, as you probably mentioned, like they aren't looking great, are they? City rattled by Leeds. I mean, I don't want to badmouth that too much because when Leeds come to Stamford Bridge, I'm sure they're going to rattle us as well. But they're looking a bit stale. Pep looks like a man that's probably done. This is the longest been at a club now, and it always seems to deteriorate towards the end. It's happened everywhere he's been, so maybe that's what's happening. Who knows? But he might want to wait a year because I reckon Messi's a fucking he's a City player, isn't he? Yeah, and also Liverpool getting spanked by Villa 7-2. I mean, come on, Villa. Listen, if you can't tell, I'm a Brummie, and I absolutely hate Villa. Absolutely hate them. But it was very nice and humbling to see Liverpool be sat down by them, to be honest, because this season's going to be wide open. Now, to answer your question properly, the season's going to be wide open. It's not just us three. There's also Spurs, as much as it pains me to say, they're looking great. Everton are looking great. Villa, I say Villa looking great, but they're not going to put up a title charge. But there's plenty of teams in this race, and hopefully, for the sake of entertainment, it might be close this year. But definitely, I think we should be classed as contenders at this point. There's no reason to suggest otherwise. Obviously, if it starts to tail off, or if one team starts to pull away, then it's a different story. But right now, yeah, 100%, we should be in the race, shouldn't we? This is the best question all night. How did you get so good at presenting? I'm not going to answer it. Did it? I'm just a good talker. I can talk my life away. Ash J, what happens to Rudiger now? It's a weird one, isn't it? Because I thought Rudiger was gone. I think we all did. Rudiger was out the door, but apparently not. He was kept in last day as well. Tomori just avoided going to West Ham. I think he rejected it, wanted to fight. So now we have what, 5 centre backs, and this goes deeper. This is a big question in the fact that it comes to Frank's man management now of all the massive squad we have. What happens with Rudiger? I love Rudiger. I do. He was a great player. He's quite strong. He's also just seems to be a great person. But he's fell down the pecking order because for me personally, I think it's Thiago Silva, it's Zuma, and it's Tomori. Them three are like the main three for me personally. I think they're our best three. And yeah, I personally just and Christensen again, bit of a shame that he's going, but him and Rudiger are kind of out of it now. And it's also without a League Cup to play in. We don't have the rotation as much because with the Champions League coming up very soon. We're going to want to play our best squad in that. So I'm not actually too sure on this, mate, what's going to happen with him. If Frank Lampard's man management skills are going to be tested 100% with this, but we'll have to just see on that one. So, yeah, get your questions in, people. Ask Jay, #AskJ. Thoughts on, this is an interesting one. Thoughts on Emerson to be our fourth winger. It's quite interesting that, mate, because to be fair, that is a position we're kind of lacking at the minute due to Willian and Pedro leaving, and also with the fact we've had some injuries right now. We've struggled with that. We've been playing like Mason and Werner out there, which we probably would prefer them in different positions. But yeah, it's a good shout, to be fair, because he hasn't gone obviously in the window, which we thought might happen. And if he's not going to go until January or next summer, might as well utilise him. He's definitely down in the pecking order of left backs. Chilwell being the best, him probably being the worst, or him and Alonso probably scrapping out for worst. Yeah, but his best qualities come from him being in the to go attacking position on the left. So maybe like when the FA Cup comes around, and maybe if other players get injured, yeah, of course, bring him into the fold, make him a winger. It could really work. Actually, it's a good idea. So we got this question here: Ash J, Willie or Keppel is second choice. Again, another player we thought we'd leave. I think we've had a bit of a problem with getting rid of some players. This is where Marina's great and bad at the same time, because she's amazing at driving a hard bargain and getting good money, but sometimes that might not pay off. For me, it's got to be Keppel. 70 million. We've still got him at the club. He has talent. He does, but he's just playing without confidence. So for me, if he gets that confidence back, he can easily come back into the squad, or be the second goalkeeper. But that leaves Willie in a bit of a shit situation, a bit of a sad situation. He's come clutch for us a couple of times now, and it'd be a shame to see him leave or not play as much. I'm just going to have a sip of my water, everyone. With my not stolen from the pub Premier League glass. That's like one of those holes in it when you do that. Anyway, I get distracted. So we've got this Velvet Eye here. It says Chelsea fans should give more credit because he's a very important, and when he's on the pitch, he gives confidence to the team and play better. Who's that about, mate? If that's about Keppel, I do agree he just needs confidence. So it's one of them. Sam Rhodes, favourite Chelsea player at the club currently and favourite at all time. This is a fun question, actually. It'd be interesting as well. Everyone else answer this question. Who's your favourite player currently and who's your favourite player of all time? Obviously, all time. Sorry, just quickly before I get into that, I said Jorginho. 100% agree with you, mate. 100%. I think Jorginho is very, very strong. He brings a lot of mentality to the club. He brings a lot with his position in the passing. I just think sometimes we just have to play different people at different times, and for different systems against different opponents. But that's absolutely fine. So yeah, back to Sam's question: favorite Chelsea player at the club currently in all time. Let us know in your comments as well. I think this is quite a fun one. It's obviously got to be Frank all time, isn't it? That's a given, isn't it? For most people, I think 98% will say Frank. Obviously, honourable mentions going to Drogba, Terry. You know, a bit of a weird one. I guess if you're going to give like if you have to exclude some of these big players, I'm gonna say, like, if you give an obscure answer, I'm gonna say Damien Duff. You know, right? This is probably a weird one, but when I was younger, fucking loved him. Absolutely loved him. He was class. I don't know why. I loved him so much. So it's a special memory for me of Damien Duff. But yeah, and my favorite current player is a difficult one, and it's between. I'd say it's between Mason Mount and Pulisic, and probably Mason Mount will get people fucking fuming. But I love him as a Chelsea boy. He's come through the academy. He's got a lot of work rate. He's really strong. He's got a beautiful shot on him at times. So him, but I might lean towards more Pulisic because although he hasn't played for us properly yet this season, when he played for us last season, he was so deadly. Whenever he got on the ball, I was excited, and I haven't felt that probably since Eden Hazard left. And you know what I mean. And that's something special. So you know, like when he got on the ball, when he gets on the ball, it's exciting. So him at the moment, I'd have to say. But to be fair, I feel like him, Havertz, Werner, and Ziak, when all four of them are on the ball, I'll probably get the same feeling. So if they all start in one team, my head will be fucking exploding. um, so yeah, we got some other people. Solomon Kalou, what a geezer he was. He just put a little shift in for us. Bit of a weird life after Chelsea though, but yeah, Kalou, Joe Cole, I get it, but maybe an underrated player. I don't know if he's that underrated. People remember him fondly, but he doesn't get spoke about as much as he probably should. He was class, and I think he's quite a good pundit as well at the moment. People saying right now, Ziak, 100% agree, mate. You know, he's what we saw of him last season and what we saw of him in the preseason. He has special qualities, and you know they will shine second he gets onto the pitch for real. Got a United fan in here talking about Cavani, which is fun, isn't it? Yeah, everyone saying exactly what I thought they'd say. You know, Ashley Cole besides Lampard. Yeah, Ashley Cole, another one of those players. The probably the Prem's best ever left back, I'd say. You know, and he was just class. You got Dennis Wise as well coming up in the chat here. So yeah, just lovely people. Great memories of all these names. So we've got a question here from Destiny. Do you think Keppel will play in the Premier League this season? Well, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Mendy, it's been said that Mendy was only ever going to come in to challenge him, but you know, he had to push on and get confidence. And so right now right now it's looking like an uphill battle for him. But if he keeps climbing, if he keeps working hard on himself, on his confidence, on his ability, there's no reason why he can't come back into the Chelsea squad. And you know, this is a part of top tier football. You know, you know, like he there's always battles for different positions. It's just the way it is. You know what I mean? So if he can do it personally, if he can get over his mental challenges, if he can get over his ability, you know, and just really train hard, there's no reason why he can't come back into the fold. So maybe one day again, but right now, for the foreseeable future, Mendy seems to be our guy. Yeah, more players in here. We can't not love Costa. Absolutely, it was his birthday the other day. It was nice to see all the images and the memories of him. Here's a good question. Who do you think will be the best signing this season? I think that's quite a good question. Because we've signed so many. It's hard to think of. I think, you know, Ben Chilwell could be one of the best, because that was a position we really struggled with. And, if the West Brom game says anything, we lost points because of that position. So he could be probably the best signing. Obviously, shouts for Havertz with how, being the record and stuff, and the kind of football he brings. And I'm really excited to see Havertz get going. I really am. We've seen glimpses of it now, and he's really coming through in his own. And oh my God, he's going to be very, very exciting. Yeah, people say I agree with Chilwell. Yeah. You've also got people saying Havertz. Ziak is underrated. 100%, mate. I mean, he's underrated because he hasn't played yet for us. I don't think he's underrated because of ability. I just think because if Ziak starts, balling on the pitch, everyone will be open their eyes to it. He was cold against Turkey. Exactly. Yeah, he was, to be fair. Sorry, I should probably put these on the screen again. He was cold against Turkey. He really, really was good against. He got two assists, and I think he's going to bring that to our squad. And I'm quite excited for Havertz and Werner to start linking up a bit more, because that could be a really cool partnership. I see Michael in the comments, so I'll shout out to you. Someone saying Havertz is a flop, mate. It's been 4 games, mate. Calm down. Velvet Eye saying Keppel needs only confidence to return to be as good keeper because people forgot. He gave us the overcut last shit, mate. He first season he weren't that bad, and he was playing with confidence. But in that position, confidence is everything. Being a goalkeeper, all you got to want is confidence. But without it, he was costing us points, and he can't be in it. So he needs to figure that out himself. But yeah, you're right. Second he gets his confidence back, and a clean sheet the other night would have helped that. So yeah. So someone said, "Do we want Jadon Sancho?" Sorry, Man U dreamers. Who doesn't want Jadon Sancho? It'd be class. He's a London boy as well, so that and he's obviously mates with fucking Tammy and Ben Chilwell. But I spoke about that earlier. But yeah, no. So of course, we'd want him. But right now, mate, we've got the likes of Ziak and Pulisic and stuff, and I feel like Frank's building his team and spent already a lot of money, and obviously Dortmund play a hard bargain. So do they need? Do we need that? Here's a good question. So there's Thomas Partey or Declan Rice. I mean, so Partey's already gone to Arsenal, but if he didn't go to Arsenal already, and this was the question, for me, Declan Rice every day of the week, because Declan Rice is a very young, exciting central defensive mid that has a lot of ability and a lot of things. I personally was really annoyed when everyone was like, "Get him in for centre back, get him in," because that'd just be a robbing him of his best position. He's great at DM, and he'd bring a lot to that role. But again, at the same time, we have Kante, who's the best DM in the world. He's like what, 28 now, so he's got a good couple of years left in him. You've got Billy Gilmore coming through the ranks, and you've also got Jorginho there right now, who again is quite good. So it's one of them. It's like I wouldn't mind Rice coming in, but at the moment, I'm not disappointed that we didn't get him. So yeah, someone said, "Where's Kante going to play?" The other day, I think it was Kante and Jorginho that played together in that double pivot role, and I like that. Kante gives us the defensive capabilities that we need, especially when a team are counter-attacking, like Palace are that kind of team. So he's there. He can be the workhorse in midfield, and Jorginho could be the one trying to do the techie passes, and also Jorginho brings a leadership quality that not a lot of players in our team do. Also, Thiago Silva was great against Palace. That was good fun. So KB's come in with what would be your best formation this season? 4-2-3-1 seems to be working quite well, and I think Frank really likes that position. He, and I think with our team, that's probably our best position. But I personally love the fluidity of the club right now. Under Sarri, it was a very regimented 4-3-3. We knew what was getting all the time, and yeah, that's great in so many ways. But I really like nowadays that we can have so much fluidity and just chop and change and go from, if we need to, go free at the back and be more defensive, or even go more attacking, get a different attacking player on. So personally, personally, I like the 4-2-3-1, but it could be very fluid. Probably going to wrap it up soon, people. So get your last final comments in, please. Here's a good question. So thoughts on the striker pecking order for Giroud should start more, mate. It's a great problem to have, isn't it? Like, what striker do we start? Because most teams have got one, and they're like, that's our guy. Do you know what I mean? And but for me, it's a good problem to have, but it is a problem at the end of the day, because really Werner's not flourishing out on the left. Hammy's also playing quite well at the moment and he's in form. And we've also got Giroud, who's just banged in another 2 goals for France the other night. You know what I mean? So it's a great problem to have. It's again going to come down to Frank's management skills. Can he juggle these players? Who's going to get more game time? All this and that. But obviously, personally, Werner, he's an absolute baller. He's going to come in. And he's probably our main striker right now, especially because we, paid like 50 mil for him, something like that. So I think, he's definitely going to be up there. And then I think with Tammy and Giroud, and also, Werner's different to Tammy and Giroud. They're very different strikers. Werner's a bit more of a bring the ball, and he's like across the pitch kind of player, can come in from the left or the right or come down the middle. He wants to be on the ball. But whereas Tammy and Giroud are a bit more target man-esque. I think Tammy's a bit more of a hybrid, but yeah, Giroud's the ultimate target man. Maybe it depends on the game. Maybe if we know we're coming up against the Liverpool, and we're going to not have much of the possession, maybe Giroud plays, because then he can be the man we knock it to, that kind of thing. Yeah, against top 6 sides, we need Werner up front with Pulisic as left wing, mate. That's going to bang in it when Pulisic is whipping balls into Werner, or vice versa. To be fair, Werner likes to play out on that side. And that'd be quite nice to see. Liverpool, as much as we don't like Liverpool here, that where they got their greatness from was the fluidity of the front three. Mane, Salah, and Firmino just completely merge between the two and dip out of here and there. So that could be something for us to do in the future, especially with the likes of Pulisic, Ziak, and Werner. I think we've gone on for long enough now, people. Thank you, everyone, for getting your comments in. I've really enjoyed this. We'll do more of these if you guys enjoy them as well. So if you did enjoy them, please, let me know in the comments of the video, and also like this video. That'll really let us know if you like these or not. I might do more of them, as I said, just because it's fun interacting with the audience. As I said at the start, if you like me as a presenter, I have my own personal channel. It's at the back post down here. At the back post, that's our Twitter handle. At the back post on YouTube as well. Please check me out if you do like us. We just recently did a video about the transfer window and who won the transfer window, and I obviously supported Chelsea because we did. So check that out. Check that debate out. Check all our socials out, and of course, subscribe to Blues Fans TV. Come on, if you haven't already, what you're playing at? We bring you all the best Chelsea content here on YouTube. We keep you up to date with all the news. We keep you up to date with all the games. And yeah, this is my show on Blues Fans, the Chelsea Roundup. But I do all that. So yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.